Good evening, everyone. Phil here, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Saturday, the 13th of May, 2023. A good streaming day, a good variety of streaming today, because as you know, every Saturday is React Day, which means that I spend half the day over on my React channel, DSP Reacts, doing my DSP versus the Internet clips show. So today was fun. First of all, it was a tough one. Why? Drama. There was drama going on. I have no involvement with said drama. I have no interest in drama, and I don't want to talk about the drama. But as you know, whenever there's drama, idiots try to, force it on me. Well, I didn't have that. So, admittedly, a lot of people, sadly, didn't abide by the rules today, caused drama, and got banned, and I don't feel bad about it. As I told you guys, this week, it's a no-nonsense approach. People want to come and cause problems, they're gone. And, I literally said right before we had started with my actual podcast this morning in the chat, listen, you guys are talking about drama. Get it out of your systems now. It's not allowed. I even pinned it up in my chat this morning. No drama, no bullshit. You do it, you're out. A lot of people did it. A lot of people saw the door. But the thing is, they're doing it on purpose. These people are coming in and trying to derail the stream with a bunch of childish bullshit rather than what my content is. What is my content? A fun podcast discussing gaming, okay, and other current events, but mostly pop culture and gaming, and game playthroughs, and react content to a clips show that we do every Saturday. That's my content. Nothing else. Anything outside of that is completely derailing to the content of the stream, and I don't give two shits about it. And it's funny because people come in, oh, we can't talk about it? No. This is not open chat. This is not teen chat. This is not drama chat. This is not bullshit chat. This is my place of business, right? It's not like you can't just go into someone's restaurant and all of a sudden get on a political soapbox and start talking about politics and causing a big ruckus and crowd in the restaurant. You get your ass kicked out. Same thing here, We're all trying to have a chill vibe, a fun vibe regarding gaming. And some people just can't keep their mitts out of drama. Well, too bad. DSPGaming and DSP Reacts are not the places for that. And sadly, they got shown the door today, all right? But for the most part, I would say, give or take an hour or so, people kind of got the message, and we had a good time. On the Level 1 podcast today was a huge discussion about my early impressions of The Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom. And I had a lot to say after having played it 5 hours yesterday on launch day, and I fully kind of gave my thoughts on it so far. A lot of positive ones, not too many negative, although there's a couple, criticisms, but for the most part, I was pleasantly surprised with the game, okay? Then we went over to DSP Reacts, and it was our Clips React show, DSP versus the Internet. And I would say this week was a good mix, although admittedly, again, there was a few that didn't really hit hard or kind of were out of place or didn't really abide by the rules. But for the most part, the clips were fresh, interesting, different. There were very few repeat style clips. There was a funny skit. There was a tourism video, a video of someone criticizing someone else who's a chef, which was funny. For the most part, good stuff. A couple of repeats, and I told everyone, please don't submit the same kind or even identical stuff because we're not going to rewatch it. But I liked the show this week. I really did. So good job to the people who were submitting. Those are the members of the channel, DSP Reacts. I think overall people did a good job this week. It was a good show. I hope you'll check it out. 2 parts are live right now over on DSP Reacts. That's youtube.com/@DSP Reacts if you're trying to find it. And more parts will go live over the week, 1 a day. Until like the middle of this week. So I think there's 6 parts in total usually on that show, okay? So that went really well. And then the late stream tonight was the continuation of The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, 2 more hours. So now we're on the surface, but come to find out as we advance the plot a little further, that's actually not the end-all be-all of the game. The game also has an underground called the Depths. So Breath of the Wild opened up Zelda to be an open-world experience where you could traverse vertically, right? Now, the game says you can go into the sky and under the ground. And I'm thinking, dude, with the size of this game and the size of this map, right? How long is this game going to be realistically? Like, with 3 levels of world, I'm thinking this game could end up being like 100 or more hours long. It's going to be daunting. And honestly, I'm liking it so far. Don't get me wrong. But a game that lengthy, I'm nervous, is not going to have or retain interest, right? When you play a game and you're hooked on a cool aspect of it, whether it's the plot or the gameplay, it lasts a while. But even some of the most addicting games once you get to like, 50, 60 hours, especially for a streamer, you get exhaustion. And I'm nervous if they made this game 100 plus hours long. I don't know if it's going to retain the interest that Nintendo thinks it will. I honestly think if that's the case, most people who play the game might not even beat it, okay? But then again, maybe that's if you're spending time doing side content and the like. Maybe you can skip a lot of content. My shirt is screwed up. Look at the neck. I was noticing like my neck is all like stretched out. This shirt's pretty old. I guess it finally got worn out. I don't really care. It's just a night shirt I wear. But anyway, I'm noticing on camera, I'm like, why is my neck? Why is it going all the way down that way? That's weird. Anyway, I am nervous. We'll see what happens. We're gonna keep playing it this month. Like I said, I have 3 games I'm focusing on this month, and I'm hoping to make great progress and strides, and hopefully beat a couple of them by the end of the month. Because once Street Fighter 6 and Diablo and other games hit, those are gonna be my focus in June. And if this game's 100 hours long, and by the end of the month we're like 30 hours in, I mean, realistically, what's gonna happen here? Let's be honest, I think people are gonna lose interest. People lost interest in Breath of the Wild. All right, so now imagine a game that has 3 levels to explore. It's like, I don't know. I think too many people kissed this game's butt in 2017 and made a game of the year. So Nintendo's like, oh, just take the same formula and multiply it by 3. I don't know if that's going to work. I mean, again, it's one thing if you're like an ultra fan. It's another thing if you're a more casual fan and you're enjoying the game, but you're trying to like make content for an audience. I don't know. So tonight, we went to the depths. We explored the depths. We came back to the surface. We started our first open world exploration. We saved a Korok and reunited him with his friend. And we ended up doing one of the optional temples. And the temple was incredibly frustrating. Why? Because it had a puzzle that the game literally explained nothing. It was a new mechanic you wouldn't have thought of to do. And the game didn't even give you an example of it. It just wanted you to just figure it out. And it was frustrating that Nintendo doesn't put the effort in to say, hey, here's an example. Use that as a guidance to solve the puzzle. Instead, here's just a bunch of shit. Fuck with it till you figure it out, right? Incredibly frustrating is just an optional objective. Most of these temples we're coming across have an optional objective to complete. The optional objectives the rewards are terrible. It's like an optional chest. Ooh, what'll it be? Like a health increase or, an upgrade for a weapon? Oh, no, it's an elixir. The elixir that you can just make at any fire in the game at this point. There's no reason to be finding it in a dungeon. It seems like Nintendo wanted to add optional challenge, which is great. Give me optional objectives in a dungeon, and, that's neat. But give me a good reward. I haven't found a single reward in a dungeon for an optional objective that's been worth it. They've all been shit, and I've done 4 in the upper world, and now 4, so 8 temples I've done, and all the optional rewards are terrible. So I'm almost thinking at this point, just skip them. What's the point of trying to solve an optional challenge if you're never going to get a good reward for it? So I might start skipping them just to save time. I guess we'll see. All right. But overall, I still had fun. Great, great interaction with the audience. And, attendance was good for a late stream. And I will say this, 6 straight streams this week, we have hit tremendous amounts of support. We've hit every tips goal. We've hit multiple times the likes goals. We've hit tons of new members. Like we gained 100 members, I believe, in like the last 2 days, 3 days. That's huge. So right now, support is ginormous. We're actually, if you can believe it, people are like, bring the vest streak back, because at 6 straight streams where we've hit the tips goal and had a vest. This is the most vests we've had in like a year. We've never seen this many vests back to back like in a year. And it is because mostly of one person, admittedly, but there are other people who now are like kind of incentivized, like, oh, we're gonna help out too, right? So that's very nice. And I mean, I don't know if it's gonna continue. I just want to say thank you to everyone who's showing up to the streams and being supportive of them. That's really nice of you. It's helping right now, and it was unexpected. I didn't think that out of the blue this week, all of a sudden, I was gonna start getting over and above levels of support. I don't know where it came from, but it's very, very appreciated. Anyone who's showing up to the streams and supporting them and contributing to this streak, thank you so much. It is. Will it last all week? Probably not. It's 6 straight streams. I don't think it's gonna make 12. How insane that would be. But at the same time, hey, I didn't think that this would happen in 2020, and that would lasted several months. So who knows? I guess we'll see what happens. But for now, thank you. Great support this week. And I guess tomorrow we'll see if it continues. All right? So thank you guys so much. What are we doing tomorrow? Level 1 podcast in the morning, followed by the continuation of Star Wars Jedi Survivor. The exciting part about this is we are leaving Kobo and going to a new planet. So all new content starting tomorrow, new environment, new stuff to do. I hope you'll join me for that. It should be exciting. And then tomorrow night on the late stream, Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion, Shivering Isles, Endgame, and possible conclusion of the DLC. Be great if we could wrap it up tomorrow so we can get back to the epilogue or Endgame and epilogue of the main game. And maybe wrap it up within a week or two, so that way we can have that time slot for other games. Okay, so we'll see what happens, but it should be a great day of fun, chill gameplay, progress, and story tomorrow. Thank you all. Please have a good evening. Enjoy all the content, the React stuff on DSP Reacts, the Zelda stuff here on DSP Gaming, and I'll see you all in the morning for another awesome day of streams, drama-free. Peace out, everyone. Have a good night. See you then. Later.